everybody, it's the VHS Movie Maker here, and today I'll be doing another reaction video. And today I'm gonna and today, as you saw in the previous reaction video, which was six Nightmare fake Peppa Pig episodes, I'm sure you knew I was gonna be reacting to first on this list that's called the 6 Cataclysmically Abysmal Peppa Pig episodes. So here it is. So here we go. So today in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to the 6 Cataclysmically Abysmal Peppa Pig episodes. Let's get it on.
Chromebooks have built-in virus protection for built-in peace of mind.
Oh, an advert.
Switch to Chromebook.
I love car adverts, especially this one. But anyway, let's react to the 6 Cataclysmically Abysmal Peppa Pig episodes.
Howdy. Nothing can stop Peppa Pig. Nothing. The world could be falling apart around us and it just keeps thriving. So let's check out 6 cataclysmically abysmal Peppa Pig episodes. Number 6.
Oh dear. Daddy Pig has fallen out of the plane.
Parachute jump. Oh, this episode is...
I've seen this episode before on Milkshake.
So Peppa hassles Mummy Pig into jumping out of an airplane. Need I say more? Now you might think Mummy Pig would need careful training for this life-threatening, perilous stunt, but don't worry. They brought
I've not done a parachute jump before, but we're talking parachute jump.
Why not?
I could make a Paddington's Toy for the Adventure episode on a parachute jump.
You are fully trained. Well done, Mummy Pig. Mummy Pig is understandably nervous though, so Daddy Pig comes up in the plane with her. But as he's leaning out the door, he falls out.
He's fallen out of the plane!
Boys and girls, the day has finally come. The 14-foot monster Daddy Pig is about to be squished into the pavement like a deep-fried bacon pancake. Yes, he's plummeting down at terminal velocity, but what's this? Mummy Pig is coming up fast. It's Daddy Pig, Mummy Pig, and Mummy Pig catches him before he falls to the ground. I have nothing else to add. That was actually kind of glorious.
Okay, what's the number 5 Cataclysmically episode?
Pig goes to Australia.
Oh, I've seen this episode on the My First Cinema Experience DVD.
Without telling them what could go wrong.
And I might do the start and the end one day.
In Australia, Peppa's family meets Mr. Kangaroo's family. So they go on the Kangaroo family's personal private jet in the desert, as you do, on a picnic.
The Kangaroo family have an aeroplane.
Wow, you have a plane.
Okay, for starters, many Australians can barely afford cars right now. How did this kangaroo get a jet?
Oh.
As they soar through the atmosphere
Oh.
at the speed of sound with their...
I can see that's recorded of Milkshake on Channel 5.
Start singing. But in reality, the song would sound more like this. Mr. Kangaroo takes the two families to the middle of the desert in Western Australia with a 50 to 60 degrees Celsius burning heat of our hellish climate. Because as he says it...
But the Outback is also a special, magical place for us.
Ah, yes, I remember the last magical experience I had in the Outback. I ran into a magical eastern death adder nest. It coiled up to me and showed its magical dripping fangs. I was so astonished by the magic that I ran in the other direction screaming for 11 kilometers without stopping. I've heard from fellow Aussies it gives them the magical anaphylaxis. And of course at the magical barbecue in the middle of the desert, they have the traditional Australian meal, corn on the cob, which of course originates from...
Southern Mexico.
Let's cook up a good old-fashioned Australian picnic.
You know the old Aussie traditions.
We don't know.
Into a porterhouse steak or a shrimp on the bone or a bunch of snags.
Nah, we have corn. We never have corn.
We have like salad. This is like an insult to our country. Every single Aussie barbecue I've ever been to.
I've been to an Aussie.
Sausages.
I've been to a barbecue before, but not an Aussie one, because the country I live in is the United Kingdom.
People live in cities. We don't all live in the desert. And the next day, the brilliant Mr. Kangaroo sends the children into the middle of a beach.
The brilliant Mr. Kangaroo.
Are they good to go in now?
You're all good.
Right, just thought I'd check.
Surfing is the best thing ever.
It's true. Surfing is the best thing ever.
That's right. Who cares about the Declaration of Independence or the discovery of penicillin? The beach is the best thing ever.
This is a great holiday.
And also, I watched all the episode The Outback and the Great Barrier Reef onto YouTube with audio description and subtitles from the My First Cinema Experience DVD,
You'll never get rid of it.
which
And for number 4,
I could rank that. I could rank that DVD my number 2 favourite DVD.
stimulation we get in this episode is the first 6 seconds, where we see Pepper and Susie about to ride their bikes. But then Pepper's bike gets a flat tire, and the ever more multi-skilled Daddy Pig gives Pepper an idea.
You could to ride a
Pit stops.
Pretend.
Yes, Pepper, you see that makes the episode even easier to animate. And our animation sweatshops are currently on strike due to slave labor concerns. All you're required to do is hold one animation position.
I wish I had a pretend bicycle.
In fact, why don't we start giving our viewers pretend entertainment? Let them entertain themselves. We are literally...
And also, talking of animation, why would the production team made the animation look like it's real life? Kind of like what Disney Pixar did with Cars 3, because in Cars 3, the animation looks realistic. If
How could you get lazier than that?
If you've seen Cars 3 on cinema before, and I have seen Cars 3 in the cinema, and I also saw it on BBC One on Christmas Eve last year.
Keeps on going.
You're a rabbit. No, I'm pretending to be something else.
I mean, your body language was so lively and intricate. I just should have guessed it. I mean, seriously, she's just standing there. Could she not do something, or is that one frame out of the animation budget? See, even George has gotten the idea of how charades works better than Rebecca. You do something.
A dinosaur.
But to be fair, I realise at its core, the episode's trying to encourage kids to grow and use their visualization skills with their imagination, as the pictures they're describing are quite vivid in writing. But then they get the great idea of jumping in muddy puddles. Hooray! New animation!
Oh, there are no puddles.
Sorry, Peppa. Management says we can't afford new palettes of animation, let alone rain. Jeepers, these poor kids.
The pretend rain has made pretend puddles.
I guess we can't afford pies right now. Well, throw something.
Everyone loves jumping up and down in pretend muddy puddles.
Particularly our animation department. And the third catastrophic...
That was really funny. Catastrophically abysmal.
Yes. This is about the worst bullying.
Oh, I've seen this episode on Milkshake and on the Piggy in the Middle DVD, which I did have a couple of years ago, but I don't have it anymore. But I might try rebuying it for another update.
You see, they're off to see Granny Pig, who has built them a treehouse. And the secret words to get into Peppa's new house are, of course...
Daddy's big tummy.
Fat shaming with Daddy Pig.
Shamed
I love this episode because of how funny it was when they tried to fat shame Daddy Pig.
pouts in shame. But this only causes his family's terrorizing and shaming to grow worse, forcing him to call himself fat as his family laughs in his face.
Daddy's big tummy.
Then poor Daddy gets stuck in the door. Jeepers, this episode's like a bullying 101 lesson. And we've already established by this point that Daddy Pig is actually the fittest one in the family. He's able to run marathons and dive underwater. So this entire jeering doesn't even make any sense.
Can I have different secret words, please?
And for number 2, George catches...
Oh, I've seen this episode a lot of times, including on the Balloon Ride DVD.
Because I certainly wouldn't be able to tell myself through all the Microsoft Paint black dots.
All the Microsoft Paint black dots you've splotched on the screen.
Why?
Because you must keep dry.
Why?
Because you might catch a cold.
Oh, come on. In the 1930s, that wives' tale might have flown.
The 1930s, which was ages ago.
More about viruses. Being inside in enclosed spaces in the rainy months is what causes the rhinovirus to spread. Not being in the rain. We're waterproof and
Pigs are pig-proof.
Ironically, many of us are hiding right now.
That
Existence is weird.
that
But
that
no,
rhinovirus
it
joke
turns
is
out Pudge
hilarious.
took off his
Then
rain hat for a massive 12 seconds. And he somehow instantly catches a cold.
Where's your hat?
achoo.
George has caught a cold.
Despite not being in contact with anyone who has the cold and it
This is
normally
funny.
taking 24 hours to take effect. Peppa Pig logic.
Peppa Pig logic.
Oh, Peppa Pig.
Well, kind of logic is Peppa Pig logic. What could go wrong with
the downfall
what?
of society? We're teaching them rain does it.
The only logic I know about is Go and Mate logic, and now Peppa Pig logic.
Oh, well, at least
What kind of
I'm
logic is
not
Peppa Pig logic?
So
If you know,
once
tell me in
again,
the comments.
Dr. Brown Bear makes an
Oh, I
instant
know
house
this.
visit for a
Take a
common
listen to what he
cold.
says.
Fun fact, doctors have actually complained about Dr. Brown Bear's visits because he sets
I've heard of-
unrealistic expectations.
I've heard that bit of controversy, but this is not the only time they've had controversy. The first bit of controversy they had was when they had to re-edit the old episodes to add seats and belts and and bicycle helmets, and the early episodes didn't have it.
Isn't really sick and continually scoffs and shushes him as he lies wheezing in bed. But it's no worry because by morning, apparently George is all better again. Fine, fine. So to summarize, Peppa gives the big middle finger to parents around the world and tells their children that viruses are caught.
The rhinovirus is caught by the rain, not by, I don't know, sneezing on people, which causes the rhinovirus to freaking spread.
It's like they're actively trying to say the wrong thing. And the number one catastrophically abysmal Peppa Pig episode is Pedro's cough.
Oh, this is a bit of a doozy one. And talking to episode, I'm not seeing this episode for like years, and the first time I saw it was on Milkshake when I was a child.
And cough and splutter over the other children.
And when did you get this cough?
Shockingly, this leads to the cough spreading.
But Pedro's cough may be catching.
And at no point does Dr. Brown ever tell any of the infected children.
The infected children.
No adult ever tells them that maybe it's a bad idea to cough into the faces of other children.
That's disgusting.
And soon, the entire kindergarten has a cough because no adult has managed to teach the children to stop spreading the virus. You know. washing their hands, not coughing straight into the air.
Daddy, Susie Sheep.
That could infect the cough virus.
It's kind of horrifying. It's like watching a miniature pandemic getting the stupidest town in the world sick. Even when the children's parents show up. No parent.
It's totally so stupid in this town.
And shockingly, every parent gets a cough virus too. And they all continue to cough and splutter onto each other. So I guess the entire Peppa Pig town has a mass pandemic because no one could use the common sense to wash their hands, cover their
I thought he was going to say something about the rhinovirus again.
Is literally too stupid to
He's
survive.
right.
So I guess a kid will walk out of this episode
Saying, well, I'm going to spread it through the entire town because there's no way for me to avoid it.
Maybe it's a bad idea to not congregate in.
That was one of my thoughts after I rewatched the episodes last year.
This is just commendable stupidity. It is
On the day before my
truly
YouTube channel
catastrophically
existed with his old name.
Peppa Pig episode. I think it's important to point out, though, that these are mostly older episodes. In my opinion, the series has actually improved noticeably since we last reviewed it. Some of the jokes have gotten a lot more.
So there you go, everybody. That was a reaction video on the 6 Cataclysmically Abysmal Peppa Pig episodes.
The Peppa Pig writers seem to be embracing the absurdity, embracing
I'm
how the show is seen to the world. And
Before I finish the video, I'm
I
gonna
still think there's a lot that shows
I'm gonna show you the rest of the video.
is improving a little bit. And if you'd like me to look at any other particular Peppa Pig episodes, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.